So welcome to Photokina 2018. We're here at Camera Rescue booth with Adam from Dubble Film. So Dubble Film, for those who don't know, is I would say a special effects sort of pre-treated film.
Specialist film.
Specialist film, niche film.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
it's
many,
a niche of a niche of a niche.
Yeah, but it's still very interesting. People are getting very interested. A lot of little companies coming out doing these kind of things.
Yeah.
So Adam, let us know, how did all this start? What do you guys do?
So we keep pointing down to these cards because I don't have any stock with me.
Okay.
Because it's actually sold out at the moment, but those are our film range at the moment that we have. It started, I have a mobile app called Dubble. It's an iOS only app at the moment. And it's an app that brings the kind of film swapping niche, where people share rolls of 35mm, they send it to someone else and shoot over it. I always love this kind of this action that people used to take, and I was thinking back in 2011, 12 that it would be cool to bring it to the smartphone revolution. And when I left lomography, which is where I was working at the time, I set up Dubble.
Okay.
And this is a mobile app where you upload your picture and it randomly mixes with anyone in the world. And you can go to someone's profile, double with them and create.
You can like blend and do and...
Yeah.
Cool.
And the algorithm, we worked really hard to make it like a film double exposure, not just, you know.
Yeah, just pasting it on top.
Yeah, and so yeah, you can check out the app. It's Dubble on the App Store. And we noticed after a while that our best users were kind of analog photographers really, which is also
your background.
Yeah. So I reached out to Uwe, who has a brand called Kono Film. And I'd worked with him at lomography, and I suggested that we do a collaboration so I could maybe get some of the Kono community people into the app and so on. And he kind of spun it around and said, why don't we do a limited edition run of Dubble Film? I was like, never thought about this as an idea. It was like super cool. And we launched 2 rolls of film. One is a Sunstroke, which is pre-exposed with light leaks, which I've always been like massively obsessed by light leaks. And the other one is called the Moonstruck, which is tinted a certain color, which then produces a sort of deep blue in the shadows and so on.
Yeah.
And that's how it was born.
And so far now you have another 2. So
yeah.
You've got 4 now. Is there anything else coming down the line?
Yeah, we're gonna launch. So we launched another 2 like March or April this year.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. With another full frame tint, no kind of tacky effects. And it kind of grew. So we're like, okay, let's just keep doing this. And October, end of October is like our birthday, so we're gonna launch a special edition for our birthday, which is gonna be called Jelly. Okay. Because in the UK, it's always kind of a bit of a joke. If you go to a birthday party, will there be some jelly?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be kind of tinted multicolor. So it's gonna go from sort of reds through yellows to green and blue, but it'll also have kind of natural blotches. So when you get it processed, you'll notice the colors more. It's super nice. So this should hopefully, I think we're planning like around 21st. I'm not sure. Actually, 21st of October.
Somewhere there.
Somewhere in October.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last day of October. That was it. The last day of October. So yeah, October is going to be that one.
So that'll be coming. What stock are you starting the process with?
So we use obviously we don't have our own emulsion yet. We're using Kodak stock. It's Kodak color, so it's like a super nice, reliable stock film. And then Uwe does all the tinting with a machine called the Reanimator, which he has. Yeah,
I've heard of the reanimated film actually.
Yeah. So he's working on some pretty cool, crazy stuff. And the Reanimator is one of it, which could, eventually turn into a machine that can project anything onto 35mm, and from a digital computer connected to a machine.
You guys have to do that last frame or the first frame where there's half the frame is like exposed leader.
First of a roll.
Yeah, the first of a roll that everyone loves. The whole roll be first of a roll, and then you got
and then just at the end you have a slot of the image. Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be pretty cool. Yeah. You never know. I've seen the whole project done with that.
We just call it Dubble Film. Sorry.
Yeah.
That should be perfect. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. So yeah, you guys have been around for a while. You got the app, you got the film.
Yeah.
You're sold out. happening because you can't produce fast enough? There's limited.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're all done by hand. So like each roll is tinted, then we sticker it, brand it, and so on. And so it's quite time consuming, and we're starting to get we're selling in quite a few shops now. So we're in about, I think, maybe 40 stores in around 20 countries. So it's it's hard. I mean, Uwe's producing all of them.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sold out on my online shop, but you know, we're producing
some
for wholesale.
Retailers have some in stock.
Yeah. And on our website, if you go to where to buy Dubble film, you can find a whole list of stores.
So considering that you've seen this film coming to life and seeing the market, do you think the specialty film is for the newer generation, or sometimes older customers are liking it?
Yeah,
Who's your profile?
I was actually just talking to one of the shops that sell our stuff is called La Peliculera in Madrid. Do you know Marta?
No.
You should meet her. You're quite close to Madrid.
Yeah, I'm in Bilbao.
Yeah, you have to see her shop. But she was just telling me now, you get some people that are just like portrait, and then once in a while they're like, I want to try something different. So she'll say maybe they'll get a roll of cine still or double film. Then you get the younger guys that are really keen to try more alternative stuff. They don't want the kind of uber precise image.
Perfect colors, perfect this.
And because we're kind of like a full frame tint, most of our films, it's not gimmicky. It's like you get a different tone. But it is also a little bit unpredictable. So depending on how labs auto guess the film, you know, you might
the scanning is when you probably get the worst, because developing is very standard. It's the scanner that always reinterprets the film.
Exactly.
Color temperature, you know, all that stuff, and tries to correct it, and maybe does a good job or a bad job.
And it's also affected a bit by lighting conditions, obviously, like when you're shooting. So it's not like portrait, you know, I'm going to get this. Or maybe even cine still, I think is more kind of
very
like solid.
easy to know how to get.
So,
okay.
But no, it's working out good. So yeah, for sure, I'm noticing through Instagram and tags and stuff, it's younger people, for sure.
Okay.
And I think that's great.
No, it is, it is. I mean, these younger generations that weren't born when film was the only option are picking up a different medium to express themselves than a phone or anything like that. And I think films that are experimental give totally different hues and different, effects, help them create. And then maybe they want to try portrait later on, and they're like, when I want to have fun with friends, I'll shoot this, or I want to do crazy projects. I've seen editorial stuff done with some special effect films that looks great. So it's pretty cool to see what you guys are doing. And
I mean, sometimes I notice on Instagram, kind of like pro photographers using the film, and you can see they've like really cleaned them up, but they look super nice. But I think younger people also aren't maybe so frightened by like the price point, which is obviously because we do them all by hand and stuff. It's a higher price point, but they're used to it. It's what they've come in like with. Polaroid Originals is obviously high.
Still film is not a cheap film.
Right, so the older guys are a bit like, oh, this is if I want light leaks, I'll just open my camera. It's like, well, okay, fine.
That's acceptable.
But you get, I think younger people are more kind of accepting this.
Thank you so much, Adam, for having the time to stop by and explain Dubble film. I featured it on my news when it came out. I remember the first two and the second two.
Okay, cool.
So hopefully people heard of them also from me, which would be great to know that I'm helping you guys. And nothing, hope you have a great fair, and thanks for having us.
Thanks.